Okay, then, gents, let's focus now on Premier League match week 12. Let's preview the big games coming up. Liverpool against Arsenal, Anfield, that definitely headlines the action. So let's start there, shall we? Nick Mendola, Liverpool, had a few wobbles, obviously lost at West Ham before the international break. So Jurgen Klopp's had that to fester on, and it wasn't happy about some of the decisions in that game and some of the, I think performances from his players weren't up to the previous standards. They've set very high standards so far this season. But for Arsenal, they're absolutely flying, aren't they, under Mikel Arteta? They've improved defensively. Ramsdale, Ben White, Gabriel looking really good. So what do you expect from this game at Anfield? Because everyone probably at the start of the season would have said this is going to be an easy win for Liverpool, but not right now, right?
I expect Mikel Arteta to go full Tuchel, or maybe even Mourinho, because he likes his goalkeeper. He likes his defenders. Thomas has been very, very good as cover for them. And I would expect Liverpool to have a lot of the ball and maybe be forced to. I think Jurgen Klopp made a point. I don't know if it was the last game, but one of the last games, his post-match press conferences, we're not finding the answers in the final third. Even though they're scoring a lot of goals, they're not making necessarily the right choices with the ball. And that's what he wants to see more of. So I think Arsenal, as unsexy as this will be to the Gooners out there, still know that there's a gulf, and they would love to take a point from this match. They have some speedy guys and playmakers to hit them on the break. So I think it's a very interesting situation here. When I opened this talk, when we were looking at what we're going to talk about today, I was ready to say this is a bridge too far for Arsenal, but that thought popped into my head that I think they may be capable of holding Liverpool down and hitting them on the break.
Wow. And if they do win this game at Anfield, it's a big if, but they would jump above Liverpool into fourth place. So fifth place Arsenal against fourth place Liverpool. Again, an incredible turnaround from Arsenal. It's only been a few weeks, so let's not get too carried away. But Andy, what's impressed you most about Arsenal and the way they've kind of turned things around? Has it purely just been because now they have a fully fit squad to choose from and that their starting 11 is pretty much set in stone?
It's a big part of it when you get a player like Thomas Partey back, and we were all very complimentary of him as a player when they signed him last season. It was very much an issue of how many games is he going to play, and I think he only played about half last season, and so the season went about how you would expect it, with maybe the most important player only playing about half the games. He's been in really good form. I think they've got a little bit more balance this season between defending and attacking. I think that Arteta has realized that I've got to do a little bit more with the fullbacks. I've got to give them more freedom to get forward and provide that width, because there are some good, more central attacking players in Aubameyang and Lacazette, and even Emile Smith-Rowe. I don't think is really a winger. He kind of tends to tuck inside a little bit, and so they get really narrow at times, and they just need to be able to stretch the field. And I think they've got pretty good balance right now. On Liverpool, really quick, and what the game plan should be against them for Arsenal in this game, I'm looking at the teams that have gotten results against Liverpool in recent weeks. There's one commonality, I think, between all of them. It's West Ham, Brighton, Manchester City was in there, and Brentford was in there. None of those teams sit back. None of those teams sat back against Liverpool in those games. They took the game to them. They were proactive in the way that they defended and put them under pressure, turned them over, won the ball back, and created their goals from a lot of opportunities like that. So I think that it's it would be the wrong approach if to sit back too much and give them too much of the ball and too much time, because the one thing that teams tend to do when teams sit in deep defensively is cross the ball a ton. And what do Liverpool have more than any other club in the world? They have incredible crossers of the ball. And Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson at the fullback spots, they score so many goals from crosses from the fullbacks that if you invite them into your final third and you're sitting back deep, they'll have a field day with you. So I just think you have to put them under pressure. I think you have to make them uncomfortable, because for as much as they do that to other teams, they really don't like it when it comes back to them, when they get a taste of their own medicine. And so if Arsenal have belief and confidence and they go into this game thinking that they belong and that they can get the result, then I think that they actually can.
I'm kind of with you as well. We're pretty high on Arsenal this week, which we haven't been able to say for a very long time. But in midfield especially, I'm looking at that battle. Thomas Partey, obviously, Samuel Okonga's been in there with Granit Xhaka out. As you said, Smith-Rowe buzzes around. Lacazette's been working his socks off just underneath Aubameyang. So I feel like they can dominate that midfield area and really unsettle Liverpool, where they like to, get on the ball, then get it wide and feed Salah and Mane. I do really like this matchup. I really do, because I think Arsenal have shown against Leicester and other teams that they can defend well and they can withstand a lot of pressure. Aaron Ramsdale's been sensational as well in goal, and his distribution, I think, adds a whole new dimension to their play, because now they can play out the way that Arteta wants to, right? Just like when he was assistant coach at Man City, and they love to play out from the back and build, but they can also go direct, and he gives them that option to, like you said, Andy, good balance. They can hit teams on the counter with Saka and others flying forward, but Smith Rowe and others have been exceptional on the ball. So I really do like this matchup, but this is Liverpool. They've been destroying teams. They've destroyed Arsenal at home a lot in the previous Premier League seasons, so never write them off. And I feel like maybe that defeat away at West Ham in some ways was a very good thing for them, to kind of give them a bit of a reality check that they're not just going to waltz to a Premier League title bid, shall we say, that they really have to be at their game. And I do think there are some gaps defensively, whether it be Matip, Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold. I don't think those three have been at their best for every single game this season. There's been a lot of gaps that teams have been able to exploit. So, like West Ham, like Brighton. So it's going to be a heck of a game at Anfield. On Pro Soccer Talk on NBCSports.com, we'll keep you covered, all the latest team news, stream links, how to watch that game. Going to be a massive one between two Premier League giants.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend at 7 a.m. Eastern. And for even more content, head over to Peacock, where we've got live games, original series, and a dedicated round-the-clock Premier League channel featuring studio shows, classic matches, and much more.